though. Kate Baldwin is on the scene for us. Kate, I know you've got a special guest. You're getting reaction from some of the Prime Minister's supporters.
Absolutely, and some of the Prime Minister's critics, Wolf. Right after the Prime Minister finished his speech, his main opponent, Isaac Herzog, took to the microphone and began giving, if you want to call it, a response. In the response, Wolf, just really quickly, Herzog said many things, including after the applause, Netanyahu remains alone, Israel remains isolated, and the negotiations with Iran will continue. He accused Netanyahu of sabotaging the relationship with the United States. That, of course, is the key opponent to Benjamin Netanyahu in the upcoming election. But right with me now is Danon, a former Deputy Minister of Defense, current member of the Israeli Parliament, and I know you have a very different view of the Prime Minister's speech before Congress.
Kate, Prime Minister Netanyahu was sounding the alarm for the survival of our country. We are worried, and I am very proud of our Prime Minister, who came and said exactly what we feel. It is a bad deal. We prefer to wait, not to sign this deal, because the P5+1, they want to stop Iran for the moment. We want to stop Iran for the long run. We cannot allow them to become nuclear, and in terms of the infrastructure, the uranium, you cannot monitor them.
But Danny, this came out, and I know we talked about this earlier. I don't want to get your take. The administration, immediately after the Prime Minister spoke, said that there's literally not one new idea, not one single concrete alternative. It's all rhetoric, no action. Then what did the Prime Minister gain in this speech?
Well, first of all, I see that in your politics you have officials. If somebody has something to say, he should come publicly and say what he thinks about our speech. The Prime Minister flew in the middle of the campaign and said exactly what we feel here in Israel. But there is an alternative. We should continue with the sanctions. We should apply more pressure. This is a crucial moment. It is a money time. You don't sign the deal today. You put more pressure on Iran, and then you get them to sign a better deal for us.
Well, Danny, you brought up that he flew in the middle of he flew in the middle of the campaign. That's one of the biggest criticisms that I'm hearing from Israelis here that are critical of the Prime Minister, as well as you're hearing that concern over in the United States that this was all about politics. Was this all about the campaign?
The date was set, March 24th, not by us, by the P5+1. That's the one who are negotiating with Iran. I don't know whether...
Couldn't he have made this speech 2 weeks earlier? The negotiations in Geneva have been going on for, I mean, the interim deal was signed in 2013. This speech could have come much earlier.
We care about the politics, but the Ayatollahs, they don't care about the elections in Israel. They do not care about the elections in the US. They care about building the bomb. And I think the Prime Minister pushing the issue of Iran for many years. And he's worried about this issue because in 2 weeks we will have a new government in Israel. But Iran will continue to build its nuclear capability.
And in 2 weeks we'll find out what impact, if any, that this speech the Prime Minister has given before Congress will have. Danny, thank you so much. Thank you very much for being with me.